welcome to Yoga with me, Dee. This morning we're just going to run through a simple morning practice. We're going to warm up the joints. So if you grab yourself a comfortable spot, you can do this seated on your mat, or you can even do it from the comfort of your own bed, as we'll be doing most of it seated. So we're going to come to seated position. We'll bring our legs out in front, bring our sit bones to the mat. Legs can be straight, or you can have a slight bend in your knees. Spine is straight, so you can bring your shoulders up, back and down. Shoulders are relaxed, neck is relaxed. We're just going to start at the toes. So as we inhale, squeeze the toes. As we inhale and exhale to release. And as your toes come back to center, we're going to start with some ankle rotations. So as you inhale, pull the toes towards you, exhaling, round and down. Inhaling towards you, exhaling, round and down. Once you get back to center, we're going to change direction. So pushing them around the opposite way, rolling the ankles. Exhaling to push them away, inhaling, pulling them in towards you. And release. We're going to move up to the knees. So you can grab the back of the knee. You can grab it with the palms of your hands, or you can hook the elbow around the back of the right knee, making sure the core is engaged and spine remains straight and long. We're just going to start to circle the knee gently. And change direction. And release. And we'll do the same at the opposite side. So grab the back of that knee like you did at the other side, or hook the elbow. We're just going to start making circles with our toe. Round. And change direction. And release. Now we're going to come to bring the soles of the feet together to stretch out the hips. So you can interlace the fingers around the toes, grab the ankles or the shins, whatever is comfortable for you, and you can have your feet as far away or as close to you as you like. As we inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine. And as we exhale, we're just going to start to butterfly the knees a little bit. You should feel a little stretch in the hip flexors. Your next inhale, you can lengthen even further, and as you exhale, just come to gently hinge from the hips, folding forward, keeping the spine straight, keeping the gaze ahead. You should feel a deeper stretch in the hips here. As we inhale, slowly rising back up to center. We can come to cross the legs. I'm just going to add in a little twist here. So as we inhale, we can reach up to lengthen. Exhaling, bringing that left palm down to the right knee. Right arm comes behind our back. As we look over the right shoulder. We're just having a gentle twist in the spine here. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale back to center, reaching up to lengthen, and exhaling, coming around to the opposite side, so that right hand comes to the left knee, left arm comes behind the back, and looking out over the left shoulder. Take a couple of breaths here. And back to center, again inhaling to lengthen, and exhale, bring the palms back down to the knees. You can take a breath here. So we're going to be doing the next lot seated. So if you have problems sitting in a cross-legged seated position, you can always have your soles of your feet in front, knees open wide, or come to sit on a cushion which helps to open up the hips and might make it more comfortable in this seated position. Or also you can come to sit on your knees, do whatever feels comfortable for you here. So if we bring the arms out in front, as we inhale, we're going to squeeze the fists and exhale to release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. And again. Next time you come into a fist, we're going to start to roll the wrists around in a circular motion. And change direction. And we're going to come to interlace the fingers. Just gently roll the wrists forward. And then change direction, bringing them back. Next, we're going to bring the fingertips to the shoulders. So you can open the elbows out to the sides, keeping the elbows up at shoulder distance. As we inhale, we're going to reach the arms open. So we're working on the elbow joint here. Inhaling to touch the shoulders, exhaling open. And coming back to the shoulders, we're going to bring the elbows to touch out in front. Inhaling, reaching them up, back and down. As we come into shoulder rotations, inhaling, reaching them up, exhaling, rolling them back and down. And last time, we'll change direction. Inhaling to bring them up, exhaling forward and down this time. And again, so we're working on the shoulder joint here as we reach the elbows back, squeezing the shoulder blades, rolling them up by the ears, exhaling back and down. And release. And we can just shake out the shoulders here. We're going to come up to the neck. So as we inhale, we'll raise the right arm. Exhaling, placing it gently on the left ear, and we're just going to pull the neck towards the right hand side. And release. We'll do the same at the opposite side, raising the left arm, placing it gently over the right ear, pulling it towards the left hand side. Take a couple of breaths here. Making sure that right shoulder and left shoulder are relaxed. You're not scrunching the shoulders up towards the ears. And release. And we're just going to look over the right shoulder, making sure the core is tight, spine is straight and long. And back to center. And we'll come to look over the left. And back to center. We'll come to look up towards the sky. So we're stretching the front of the neck here. You're leaving a tiny space like the size of your fist at the back of your neck. You can even come to interlace the fingers and bring them to the back of the neck. And just making sure that you're stretching the front as we look up for a couple of breaths. Exhaling, looking back towards center. We're going to bring our chin to our chest. Again, you can keep the fingers interlaced at the back of the head and just gently pushing down, keeping the spine straight and long, ensuring you're not rounding the spine. Take a couple of breaths here. And release the arms. Look back towards the center. Next, we're just going to come up onto all fours as we place our knees down under our hips and our palms down under our shoulders. Feet are flat on the mat as we come into some cat-cow movements. just to warm up the spine. So as we inhale, we're going to drop the navel towards the mat and the chest, and we're going to look up towards the sky. As we exhale, we're going to start by curling the spine, tucking the navel back towards the spine, bringing our chin down to our chest. Palms are pushing in towards the mat, shoulder blades are open. Inhaling, slowly dropping the navel towards the mat. Curling that spine, looking up towards the sky. And exhaling, again rounding the spine, pulling the belly button back towards your spine, tucking the pelvis, pushing into the palms, drawing the shoulder blades away from each other, and dropping the chin towards the chest. We'll do 2 more of these to your own breath, so inhaling to look up, and exhaling back down. Looking in towards your navel, tucking your chin to your chest. And we'll come back to neutral spine. You're going to bring the toes together to touch. Your knees can stay hip distance apart, or you can bring them wider. As you come to sit back on your heels as we come into a child's pose to finish. So you can bring a cushion in under your bum here if you like. We're going to walk the hands out in front. Just come down to the elbows, or bring the palms out in front as you bring your forehead to your mat. And we just relax here for a few breaths. Now you can relax here in child's pose or come into Shavasana, which is just lying on your back with your feet and your arms stretched out wide. And just bring the awareness to the breath as you inhale and exhale through the nose. And feel free to stay in this position for as long as you like and feel the benefits of today's practice. Whenever you feel ready, you can come to open your eyes, come back up into a cross-legged seated position and finish your practice. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.